Okay, for question 1, A1, we need to translate t by the vector -1, 6. Basically move 1 to the left or -1 to the right, which is basically 1 to the left, and 6 upwards. So we just take 1 point, go 1 to the left here, and then 6 up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this dot will end up here. Let's erase the dot. And then now we use this dot. So it would be 1 to the left, and then 6 up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 over here. And then we can do this. So, but instead of moving these stuff around, we can use common sense. So this is 3. So this must be also 3. And then it's 1 to the left, this part. So this is question A1. Okay, now let's join these dots together. Okay, and then we label the question I. For question 1A2, we need to rotate shape T around the point 5, 3 through 180 degrees. So 5, 3 is here, 180 degrees. So as you can tell that this point will be the same. So first it'll be like this, 180 degrees. Oh no, this one is A, because this one is A. Okay, so up. And then up. It's basically an upside down. So this thing. Oh wait. This will be here. Here. And then we join these together. This is image P. Okay, for question 1A3, we need to describe fully the single transformation that maps shape A onto shape B, which is this thing onto this shape. Okay, so firstly we know that it's a rotation because literally it's a rotation. And then we connect this dot, which is 90 degrees, the only 90 degree basically, and this dot, the only 90 degree too. And then the center would be 4.5 and 6. So a rotation. Okay, now we need to find the angle that it rotates, which is 180 degrees. Around 4.5 and 6. Yeah, 4.5, 6. Okay.
For the next question, reflect shape T in the line y equals to x. So firstly, we need to draw the line, the equation y equals to x. And then now we just need to reflect it. So this point over here, 4, 3, we reflect it, so it becomes 3, 4. Basically, you just switch the x and y coordinates around. and then we can do the same over here, and then this thing goes over here, and we match them up. For question 1b2, find the matrix that represents the transformation in part B1. So firstly, we need to take this. This can be A, B, C, and D. And then now this part, we multiply ABCD, the matrix ABCD, with a coordinate in any of these points in T. So like we'll take 4, 3 equals 2, and then 4, 3 becomes 3, 4. Now we need to know which of these matrix numbers will get us the 3, 4. So here it needs to be 0 for sure. So then 0 multiplied 4 is 0, and then 1 multiplied 3 is 3. So here is 1. And then if this is 1 multiplied 3, 1 multiplied 4 is 4. So 0 multiplied 3 is 0. So it's 0, 1, 1, 0.
For question 2, the table shows some values for y equals to x cubed plus 3x squared plus 2. For question 2a, we need to complete the table. Okay, so we need to, for x is negative 3, we need to find y. So, negative 3 cubed plus 3 times negative 3 squared plus 2 is 2. And then for x equals to 0, y is obviously 2. And then for y equals to 1, it would be 1 plus 3 plus 2, which is 6. Because cube or to the power of anything doesn't really affect it. Okay, for question 2b on the grid, which is this part, we need to draw the graph of y equals to x cubed plus 3x squared plus 2. For negative 3.5 is smaller or equal than x, is smaller or equal than 1.5. So it's basically from this end to this end. Okay, so we basically have to plot. So for when x is negative 3.5, y is negative 4.1. So this is 1, this is 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 4.1 should be around here. And then for the second dot, negative 3 is 2. 1, 2. So it should be here. And then for negative 2.5, it's 5.1, which is here. Oh, then that's 5. Here. And then for negative 2, it is 6, which is here. And then for negative 1.5, it is 5.4, which is around here. And then for negative 1, it is 4. Negative 0.5 will be 2.6. 2.6. And then for 0, it is 2, which is this one. Yeah. And then 0.5 would be 2.9, just below 3. And then for 1 is 6. Here. And then 1.5 is 12.1. 12.1. Or just above 12. Okay, then we join these dots together. You can clearly see the graph, and so we'll try to smoothen it out. Goes here, then here, then here, here, up here, and around. It looks a little like this. Okay, so for question 2C, we need to use a graph, which is this, to solve the equation x cubed plus 3x squared plus 2 equals to 0, for negative 3.5 is smaller or equal to x is smaller or equal to 1.5. So this equation is basically the same except for this part. So they're basically assuming that when y equals to 0. So it's this part. This is the only solution, which would be around negative 3.2. Yeah. I just did the same thing except positive. Okay, for question 2D, by drawing a suitable straight line, we need to solve the equation x cubed plus 3x squared plus 2x plus 3 equals to 0. Okay, so basically, we just need to take this equation minus this equation, except the 0 is here and this is here. Basically switched around. So it is, so for the left side, which is y minus 0, it's still y equals to x cubed minus x cubed, 0, 3x squared minus 3x squared, 0, and 2 minus 2, 0, but there's no 2x on the top side, so y equals to negative 2x. So our line is y equals to negative 2x. So firstly, we need to draw y equals to negative 2x, and then we find the meeting points. So first y equals to 2x, it looks something like this. And then we find the meeting points, which is 5, negative 2.5, negative 2.55, which x equals to negative 2.5, or there's no more. Okay, for question 2E, for negative 3.5 is smaller or equal to x is smaller or equal to 1.5, the equation x cubed plus 3x squared plus 2 equals to k. So y equals to k. And it must be touching the graph, at least touching, not like must be intersecting, must be touching. And k is an integer, so it has no following decimals unless it's 0. So we need to find the possible value of k. So it can be any value that is touching this curvy graph. So we can just pick 5, because 5 is, if there was a line y equals to 5, it would definitely be touching the graph. So it can be 5.
For question 3, the diagram shows a field ABCDE. Calculate the perimeter of the field ABCDE. So the perimeter, we need to calculate this side A and side B. Side A, we can just use the Pythagorean. Side A and B can use the Pythagorean law. So 170 squared minus 150 squared, which is 80. A equals to 80. And then B is 120 squared plus 50 squared. B is 130. then we add all the sides. So 100 plus 170 plus 50 plus 80 plus 130. 100 plus 170 plus 50 plus 80 plus 130. Okay, that's 530. 530. 530. 530. Alright. Next question, 3b. Calculate the angle ABD. ABD is this angle over here. Now, since there's no 90 degrees, we're going to have to use cosine. So, the way cosine works is 120 squared, because like it's opposite of angle ABD. 120 squared equals to 150 squared. Oops, that's not a square. Plus 100 squared minus 2 150 100 cosine theta. Alright, then we just need to shift it to get theta. So negative 2. Oh wait, hold on. If we shift it over here, then this is 2 150 100 cosine theta equals to, hold on, let's simplify the 2 cosine. 2 150 100. 2 multiply 150 multiply 100 is 30,000, negative 30,000. So shift it here is 30,000. 30,000 cosine theta equals to 150 squared plus 100 squared minus 120 squared, which is 18100. And cosine theta is 18100 over 30,000. And theta is arc cosine that. So we'll arc cosine 18100 over 30,000. Oh wait, hold on. So wait, hold on.
It is
And then arc cosine it. 52.
0.89.
Yeah, I calculated that. 52.889. So angle ABD is 52.89. Alright, so for next question, 3C, calculate angle CBD. So to calculate angle CBD, it is a right angle triangle. So we can use, there's an adjacent and a hypotenuse. So we can use cosine. So this angle x equals to arc cosine 150 over 170. This is 15. Yes. So arc cosine 150 over 170 is 28.07. Alright, so for the next question, C2, the point C is due north of the point B. Find the bearing of D from B. So now they said from B. So we draw a cross section at B. So B, we can draw a little cross. Hold on. Yeah, like this. Then we need to find this angle over here. And since we already got x, this is very easy. Just take 360 minus what x is, which will give us to 331.93. Alright, for next, question D. Calculate the area of the field A, B, C, D, E. Give your answer in hectares. So 1 hectare is 10,000 meters squared. That's a lot. Alright, so firstly, let's calculate the triangles first. So triangle DCB is very simple. The basics. Half multiply 170 multiply 150. Oh wait, hold on. Half multiply 80 multiply 150 is 6,000. So there's 6,000 meters. This is still meters. This is meters, keep in mind. We'll transfer to hectares later. So 6,000 meters.
Meters squared.
Meters squared. Plus. And then triangle ABD. We know what angle theta is. What was it again? 52.89. Yes. Then now we need to take half. Now this is no ordinary right triangle that we use to calculate area BDC. So we're gonna have to use a different method. So it's half 100 multiply 150. Oh wait. Half 100 multiply 150, and then multiply sine theta 52.89, which will give us 5,981.09 meters squared. And then we add the last triangle. EAD, also a right angle triangle. So half 50, 120, which is 3,000. Which, alright, add them all up. Plus 6,000 plus 5,981.09. Which is 149, which equals to 14981.09. Now converting it to hectares, divide it 14981.09 over 10,000 equals to divide 10. Which is 1.498. 1.498 hectares it is.
Okay, for question 4A, the test scores of 14 students are shown below. Basically all of these. For 4A1, we need to find the range, mode, median, and mean of the test scores. So I'll call this 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, never mind, I'll just call them by their own name. Okay, so the range would be the biggest number minus the smallest number. So the biggest number would be 27 minus 20, which is 7. For the mode, we basically need to find the most frequent number. So first we'll do 21. We'll use highlighters so we can't really mess up. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 5 21. And then for 22, wait, there's also 120. Almost forgot. And then for 22, it has 1. Only 1. And then for 23, there's 1, 2, 3. 23 has 3. And then 24 has 1. I'm going to like this one too. And then for 25, there is 1 again. And then for 26, there is 1. And then 27 is 1. Okay, now we'll tally them up to see whether they're the correct, if there's 14 of them. 1 plus 5 plus 1 plus 3 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 is 14. Yes. So this is the exact value from here. So then we find the most frequent number. We look at the left side. So you can see that 5 is the biggest number. So and 5 belongs to 21. So there are 21 5s. So 5. 21. Actually 21. Okay, for the median, now that we have these stuff, we can find the median. So basically, it's the amount of students, the amount of scores, 14 plus 1 over 2, which is 15 over 2, which is 7.5, which is in between 7 and 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, in between 22 and 23, which would be 22.5. For the mean, it's basically the average. We take all of these up. So it's 20 plus 9 times 21 plus 1 times 22 plus 3 times 23 plus 1 plus 24 plus 25 plus 26 plus 27 divide 14, divide 14, yeah, 22.7. 1. For question 4A2, a student is chosen at random, meaning they don't know which, they just blindly choose. We need to find the probability that this student has a test score of more than 24. So the amount that is more than 24, which is 25, 26, and 27, because it does not include 24. 25, 26, 27, 3 out of 14. So the answer is 3 over 14.
Alright, so for question 4B, Petra records the score in each test she takes. The mean of the first n scores is x. The mean of the first n minus 1 scores is x plus 1. Find the n score in terms of n and x. So firstly, what we need to do, this is useful, these two numbers. Alright, so firstly, we need the total. The total is basically nx, and then now this can be our first equation. Then our second equation is total minus anything. Normally they use x, but we'll use y because there's already an x, equals to n minus 1 multiply x plus 1. Basically these two stuff. And this is our second equation. Wow. Hold on, let's move it. Okay, then now that we've done that, we need to eliminate the word total. So to eliminate it, we can use 1 minus 2. Equation 1 minus equation 2. Which will give us y equals to nx minus n minus 1 x plus 1. Alright, so now that we've got this, now we just need to simplify this area. Alright, so next we need y equals to simplify it. Nx minus nx plus, and then plus n minus 1 minus x, and then minus 1. So y equals to nx minus nx, cancel that. So y equals to negative the whole thing. So x minus n plus 1. Negative change into positive, positive change into negative. Alright, so y is x minus n plus 1.
Okay, before we start, I want to push your sheet. Okay, for question 4c, during 1 year, the midday temperatures, which is 2 degrees Celsius in Z4, were recorded. The table shows the results. The temperature, this table. We need to calculate the estimate of the mean for question 4c1, which is the average. So first, we make this another row. And then here we add all of them up. T times D, which is this. Okay, so 5 times 50 is 250. 12.5 times 85 is 1062.5. 50 times 17.5 times 100 is 1750. 22.5 plus 1 times 120 is 2700. Okay, so the last value is 30 times 10, which is 300. And then we add them all up, divided by 365, because there are 365 days in the year. 250 plus 1062.5 plus 1750 plus 2700 plus 300 over 365, which would be 16.6. For question 4c2, we need to complete the histogram, which is this thingy, to show the information in the table. This one. Okay, so this thingy, it is 5, which is this, and then by it should be by 17. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it's by 17. So every 2 lines is 1. So this would be 5 by 17, which is 85. And it basically represents the second one. Okay, so for the first one, it's the range is 10 over. Okay, so the range is 10. 50 over 10 is 5. So the height must be 5. Let's highlight that real quick. And then we shade. And then for the third one, it is the range is 5 again. So 100 over 5 is 20. So the height is 20. And then for the fourth one, yeah, the range is 5. 120 over 5 is 24. 24. So the height is 24. This and then it is range of 5, 2. And then for the last one, and then so the height is 1.
Okay, so for our next question, 5a, the diagram shows the surface of a garden pond made from a rectangle in 2 semicircles. The rectangle measures 3 meters by 1.2 meters. Calculate the area of this surface. So, firstly, since this is a rectangle, these semicircles which join up will become a complete circle. So now we just need to add the area of the rectangle and the area of the circle. Add them up. So 3 multiply 1.2. 3 multiply 1.2, that's very 3.6 plus, and then pi r square. So that would be 1.2 divided to 0.6 squared multiply pi, which is 1.13, and then add them all up is 4.73.
Okay, for question 5b, the pond is a prism and the water in the pond has a depth of 20 centimeters. So they said the pond is a prism, so we'll draw this extended, basically deeper. We need to calculate the number of liters, meaning which is basically the amount of 1,000 centimeters square cube. So firstly, we find the volume, which they gave us the height, which is 20 centimeters, 20 cm, and then times 4.73 meters square. So we convert the centimeter into meter, which would be 20 over 1,000, 0.02 times.
Centimeter to meter is 100 only, where got 1,000?
Oh yeah.
And 20 centimeter immediately you know is 0.2 meter. Okay. Again.
So first we convert the centimeter to meter, which is 20 over 100, 2 over 10, or 0.2. 0.2 times 4.73. 0.946. So it is 0.946 meters square. Then we convert it into centimeters square. Cube I mean. Meter cube. Then we convert it into centimeter cube, which would be 0.946 times 100 cube, which is a million. But we'll just leave it in 100 cube. 946,000. So it's 946,000 milliliters. And then we divide it by 1,000. 1,000. Which is 946 liters. So there are 946 liters.
So for the next question, after a rainfall, the number of liters of water in the pond is 1,007. Calculate the increase in the depth of the water in the pond. Give your answer in centimeters. So firstly, we'll use Johnny's answer, 946. X is what we're trying to find. X over 20 equals to 61, which is 1,007 minus 946 over 946. So then X is 61 over 946 multiply 20. Which equals to 1.29.
Okay, for question 6, this means universal, which is everything to students in a school. F is students who play football, B is baseball. there are 240 students in the school. 120 play football, 40 play baseball, 90 play football but not baseball, meaning football only. So we know that 90 is here. Then we just assume this is B, C, and D. So 90 plus B plus C plus D is equal to 240. And then B plus C is equal to, meaning play baseball, 40. And then so we can use then later 90 plus B equal to 120, so B equal to 30. So we know that this is 30, and then we can make this 30, and then so C would be equal to 40 minus 30, which is 10, and then D would be 240 minus 90 minus 13 minus 10, which is equal to 240 minus 130, 110. So there are 110 that do not play baseball nor football. 110. For question 6b, we need to find the...
What?
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 Johnny do me?
I said Johnny, I had to point to him. I
Oh.
already point to him because this question related to all the numbers, so you don't need to copy one more time. Okay, Johnny, continue.
Okay, for question 6b, we need to find the number of elements in not F intersect not B, which is basically everything outside of F, which includes B. So first I'll highlight in blue and red. So we'll find the parts which are purple, and then we count the amount of elements in there. And then red, not B. It's basically everywhere outside, which is 110. Okay, we'll erase all this mess. Okay. For question 6c, a student in the school is chosen at random, meaning out of 240 students, they pick one. We need to find the probability that this student plays football, plays baseball, but not football, which is basically B intersect not F. F prime. So it is 10 over 240, because there's only 10 who plays only baseball out of 240 students, which is 1 over 24. For question 6D, 2 students who play baseball are chosen at random. We need to find the probability that they both also play football. So it's out of the amount who play baseball, which is 40. So it's not over 240. So firstly, we take the amount that is in the amount of people who play baseball, which is 40 over 40 times over 39, because there are 2 students, and also definitely, obviously, without replacement. So firstly, the first one, there are 30 that play football and baseball and football. 30. Then after that, it will be 29, which is equal to 30 times 30 over 30 times 29 over 39. That would be 29 over 52. Oh, 29 over 52.
Alright, so for 7A1, find S when T is 26.5, U is 104.3, and A is negative 2.2. Give your answer in standard form. Correct the nearest four significant figures. They said the word standard form, so there must be a multiply 10 to the power of something. So now we have a multiply 10 to the power of something over here. And then now we just need to find now we just need to calculate S in so S equals to UT 104.3, and then T is 26.5 plus half A half negative 2.2, and then multiply T again. T is 26.5 squared 104.3 plus 26.5 plus half negative 2.2 and 26.5 squared, which is 1991 rounded to the corrected to the nearest four significant figures. So then we need to put it in standard form. So it's 1.991, and then multiply 10. So then firstly, you need to count 1991. So the original is 1991. So, and then this would be like the decimal. We shift 1, 2, and 3. So it's 10 to the power of 3. Alright, 7A2. Rearrange the formula to write A in terms of U, T, and S. Alright, so write the formula to write A in terms of U, T, and S. So S equals to UT plus half AT squared. And then now we shift like, so half AT squared is S minus UT. And then half A is S minus UT over T squared. And then A is S minus UT over T squared multiply 2. So A is S minus UT over T squared multiply 2.
Okay, for question 7b, the difference between the areas of the two rectangles is 62 centimeters squared. We need to show that x squared plus 2x minus 63 is equal to 0. Okay, so first we'll find the area of this triangle, not square. So firstly, we take x minus 1 times 2x plus 3 equals to 2x squared times 3 minus 2, 1 times plus x, and then minus 3. So this is the first area. And in the second area, x plus 1 times x minus 2, which is equal to x squared minus x minus 2. So then we take 2x squared plus x minus 3 minus x squared minus x minus 2 is equal to 62 because they say over here. And then we expand 2x squared plus x minus 3 minus x squared plus x plus 2 equal to 62. Then we simplify. 2x squared minus x squared is x squared, and then x plus x is 2x plus 2x minus 3 plus 2 is minus 1, 62. And then we switch 62 over here. So x squared plus 2x plus 61 equal to 0. Oh wait, minus 63. Minus 63 equal to 0. Now we have proven that this. Okay, for question 7b2, we need to factorize x squared plus 2x minus 63 by using double brackets. So firstly, we know that it's x plus a, x plus b. So first, a plus b is equal to 2, and ab is equal to negative 63. So it can be 9 and negative 7. 9 minus 7 is 2. 9 times negative 7 is negative 63. So it's x plus 9, x minus 7. X plus 9 times x minus 7. Next question, we need to solve the equation x squared plus 2x minus 63 equal to 0 to find the difference between the perimeters of the two rectangles. So firstly, this is basically the same as a double bracket. We need to find the possible value of x. So it's either x equals to negative 9 or x equals to 7. Now for in this case, we want perimeter which must always be positive. So x cannot be negative 9, but it can be 7. So we'll use x equals to 7. So 7 minus 1, 6. 14 plus 3, 17. 6 plus 17 is 23. 23 times 2 is 46. So this perimeter is 46. And then for this one, 7 plus 1, 8. 7 minus 2, 5. 8 plus 5, 13. 13 times 2, 26. 46 minus 26 is equal to 20. So the answer is 20.
Okay, so for question AA, the price of a book increases from 2.5 to 2.65. Calculate the percentage increase. So it's 2.65 over 2.5 minus 1, which equals to 2.65 over 2.5. 2.5 minus 1, which is 0.06. But now we need to turn it to percentage, multiply 100, 6%. So this is 6.
Okay, for question 8b, Scott invests 500 for 7 years at a rate of 1.5% per year simple interest. We need to calculate the value of his investment at the end of 7 years. So firstly, we take this one, 500 times 1.1% times 7 times 7. Wait, plus 1. And then we make a big bracket, which is equal to 552.4.
Okay, so for our next question, 8C, in a city, the population is increasing exponentially at a rate of 1.6% per year. Find the overall percentage increase at the end of 20 years. So to do this, it's 1 plus 1.6 over 100, because it's percentage, to the power of 20, there's a bracket, which will equal to, and now we just need to calculate, 1 plus 1.6 over 100 to the power of 20, which is 1.37. So the answer, alright, so now that we've got 1.374, now we need to find the difference between 1 and 1.374, which is, so 1.374 minus 1 equals to 0.374. And then to turn it into percentage is, which equals to 37.4%. So the answer is 37.4.
Okay, for question 8D, the population of a village is 6,400. The population is decreasing exponentially at a rate of 8% per year. After 22 years, the population will be 2,607. We need to find the value of R. So, first we'll start with 6,400 times 1 minus R over 100, because it's decreasing, is equal to the power of 22. It's equal to 2607. 1 minus R over 100 to the power of 22 is equal to 0.407. 1 minus R over 100 is equal to 0.959. R over negative R over 100 would be the minus 1. Negative 0.04. So R over 100 would be 0.04. R is R is 4. And they're all zeros.
Alright, so for our next question, question 9, find GH2. So GH2, instead of X, it will be 2. So GH2 equals to, wait, hold on. This will equal to G and then 3 to the power of X, because that's what H is, which will equal to 3 to the power of X squared. X squared plus 1. Wait. So X is actually 2, so 3 squared. And here is 3 squared. So now we just calculate it. So 3 squared plus 1 equals to 82.
Okay, for question 9b, we need to find f inverse of x. So first we get fx equal to y. Y equal to 7x minus 2. And then we make x the subject. 7x equals to r. y plus 2, x equals to y plus 2 over 7. So that is basically f inverse x, except we replace y with x. So f inverse x is equal to x plus 2 over 7. X plus 2 over 7.
Alright. So firstly, g x squared plus 1 equals to, and then x squared plus 1 squared plus 1. So now that we've got that, which equals to x to the power 4 plus 2x squared plus 2 plus 2, because 1 times 1 plus 1 is 2. So A is 1, B is 2, and C is just 2.
Okay, for question D, we need to find x when fx is equal to 81. So first, fx is 7x minus 2. And then h 7x minus 2 is 3 to the power of 7x minus 2. So 81 is basically 3 to the power of 4 is equal to 3 to the power of 7x minus 2. 7x minus 2 equals to 4. Okay, now we just need to make x the subject. So x is 6 over 7.
Alright, next. For 10, the volume of each of the following solids is 1000 centimeter cube. Calculate the value of x for each solid. 10a, a cube with side length x centimeters. So basically, you want to take the cube root, because this is a cube, so all the lengths are the same with length x of 1000, which equals to 10. So x is 10.
Okay, for question 10b, the volume for the sphere with a radius x centimeters. The sphere has a radius of x centimeters, and the volume is 1000 centimeter cube. So first we get this equation, except r will be replaced with x, and v will be replaced as 1000. So 1000 equals to 4/3 times x cubed. Then we make x the subject. So x cubed equals to 1000 over 4/3 pi. X equals to cube root, the whole thing. 1000 over 4/3 over 4/3 pi, which would be 1000 over 4/3 pi. Cube. And that would be 6.204.
So for the next questions, C, 10C, a cone with radius x centimeters and slant height x of 5 centimeters. The volume V of a cone with radius r and height h is V equals to 1/3 pi r squared h. So 1/3 pi r squared pi x squared h equals to 1000. H equals to 5 squared multiply x squared, and then minus x squared, which equals to 5 multiply x squared minus x squared which equals to 4 which equals to 4x squared, 4x squared, which equals to 2x. So 1/3 pi x squared multiply 2x equals to 1000. So then once we get that, we take x cubed equals to 1000 multiply 3 divide 2, 1005 over pi. So then x will be cube root 1005 over pi 7.82. So x is 7.82.
Okay, for the next question, a prism with a right angle triangle as its cross section, this triangle prism, it has a volume of 1000 centimeter cube, right? Yeah, centimeter cube. So first we find the area of this triangle, the triangle on the side, which would be 1/2 times x plus times 1/2 x, which is equal to 1/2 x, basically 1/2 x, which will be equal to 1/2 of 1/2 x squared, which is equal to 1/4 x squared. So the area of this triangle is 1/4 x squared. 27x over 2 times 1/4 x squared is equal to 1000. And then 27x times x squared equals to 1000 times 2 times 4, which is times 8. So 27x cubed is equal to 8000. X cubed equals to 8000 over 27, which is 296. I'll just leave it at 8000 over 27 then. And then x would be equal to cube root 8000 over 27 equals to 6.66.
6.67.
Oh, 7.
Okay. So for the last question, question 11. Brad traveled from his home in New York to Chamonix. He left his home at 16:30 and traveled by taxi to the airport in New York. So this journey took 55 minutes and had an average speed of 18 kilometers per hour. He then traveled by plane to Geneva, departing from New York at 22:15. The flight path can be taken as an arc of a circle with radius 6400 kilometers with a sector angle of 55.5. The local time in Geneva is 6 hours ahead of the local time in New York. Brad arrived in Geneva at 11:25 the next day. To complete his journey, Brad traveled by bus from Geneva to Chamonix. This journey started at 13 o'clock and took 1 hour 36 minutes. The average speed was 65 kilometers per hour. The local time in Chamonix is the same as the local time in Geneva. Find the overall average speed of Brad's journey from his home in New York to Chamonix. Show all your working and give your answer in kilometer per hour. So firstly, we can draw a chart of it, like a time graph over here. And then we can label this big D and small d1, small d2. And then this can be from the home, I'll label it H, and then home to get to New York, and Y to get, and then from New York to Geneva, G, and then Geneva to Chamonix, C. Alright, firstly, we need to find D1 and D2. So, small D1 equals to, D1 is from his home to New York, which is 18 multiply 55 over 60, which equals to 18 multiply 55 over 60, 16.5. Small d is 16.5. And then D2 is 65 kilometers multiply an hour and 36 minutes. So firstly, convert all of them to hour. 36 divided 60 is 0.6, so it's 1.6. So then 65, so then it's 1.6, which is the time in hours, and then multiply it by 65, which equals to 104. Now we need to find big D. Big D is a little bit complicated, but basically how we get this is D will equal to 6400 multiply times, 26400 pi times 55.5, which is the sector angle, divide 360, which equals to 6,200. Alright, now we need to find the time. So now we want to get the total time from his home to New York. Oh wait, not New York. From his home to Chamonix. So the total time is from 13 o'clock, but we need to change it, and it took 1 hour 36 minutes. So that would be 14:36, and then minus 6 hours because we are changing it to New York time. So that would become 14:36 minus 6 hours will be 8:36. So our time will be 8:36. Hold on. So then now we need to take 16:30. Oh wait, hold on. No, now we need to take 8:60. Oh wait, not 860, 836 minus 836 minus, and then from the time he left his home, 1630. But you can't possibly minus that. So because 836 is in 1 day later, the next day. So 8 o'clock, we can change it 8 plus 24, which is 32. So it's 32, 36. Then we need to subtract it to get the total time. So that would be 6, 0, and then oh wait, hold on. And then 32 minus 16,
6 and then
which is 1606.
and then convert it into decimals.
And now we need to convert it into decimals, which equals to, and then 6, which equals to 16.1. So now that we've got all that, we need to take D1 plus D2 plus D over total T, which equals to then 16.5 plus 104 plus 6200, and then divided by 16.1, which is 394. So the answer is, wait, hold on. Wait, 16.5 plus 104 plus 6200, and then divided it by 16.1. Oh, 392.6. 392.6 kilometers per hour.